Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Geographical Learning. I am Muhammad Firoz Ahmed. I teach geography in the Department of Geography, AMU Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh. In the previous lectures, we have dealt with the concept of reason. We have also discussed about the types of reason and the various components and the indicators of the reason. In terms of type of reason, we have analyses about the concept of formal regions, functional or the nodal regions, the planning regions, or the mental or the cognitive regions. In this section, we have to focus only upon the natural region and its component. Then first we have to understand about the meaning of the natural region. This word natural region is consisted with the two words that is known as natural and reason. Then what is the natural and what is the reason? Then we have to understand about the meaning of natural, that is related with the word nature. In terms of the natural or the natural which is related to the nature, it indicates about the something which is self happening or pseudogenesis, which is self exist and which is not created by the human being or not influenced by the human beings or not intervened and influenced by the human beings and its civilization. Something which is self created and self generated, and the human influences are minimized and not being recorded. Then it is called as the natural. Sometimes we also used to say about that you are very natural or this scenic beauty is very natural. It means that there are the certain aspects of the nature where if anything which is happening without any artificiality or without any artificial influences or which is something original, then we can say that this is natural and that is self exist and pseudogenesis. Then on the other hand, the concept of reason, which we have already discussed about its concept and its meaning, that the reason or the formal regions are those areas of the world where the homogeneous characteristics of the attributes or the features are located. If the areas are characterized with the similarities in terms of its geographical attributes, like the physical or human or cultural geographical attributes, then we can say that this area is a region, or you can say that this area is the formal region. Then on the other hand, in the previous lectures we have defined about the other regions also, which are not formal but they are consisted with the interdependency of the phenomena or the association of the phenomena over the globe. These areas are the nodal regions or the planning regions or the mental or the cognitive regions. But here we have to discuss about the natural regions and its distribution over the earth's surface. But in terms of natural regions, we can say that the areas where the homogeneous and similar natural elements or the natural components or the natural or the physical attributes are located in terms of homogeneity of the temperature, homogeneity of the atmospheric pressure, homogeneity in terms of the natural vegetation and the soil types, homogeneity in terms of the relief and the landform features, or the homogeneity in terms of the other human activities and their adaptations. Then we can say that these areas are the particular natural regions which are differ to the another natural regions or the another regions of the world. Then here we are going to discuss about the various components of the natural regions, how the natural regions are produced are being evolved. Then primary and most important elements or the components of the natural regions are the weather and climate. Weather and climate are the attributes which are prime importance in the formation of natural regions. The areas where the similar weather conditions in terms of the temperature is similar or the uniform, or the rainfall which is happening, or rainfall occurrence, or the types of rainfall, either convectional, orographic, or the cyclonic rainfall is there. If these rainfall and their amount of the rainfall is similar, then we can say that these are the particular similarities of that rainfall, and that help in the generations of the natural regions. Then the temperature is one of the important element of the weather. Temperature means the measurement of the hotness and coldness of the substances of the or the air is called as the temperature. If any areas are there where the temperature conditions are uniform and similar, then that will help in the generation of the particular region. Then if there are the same type of the rainfall is there, amount of rainfall is similar in the particular region, then we can say that it also help in the formation or the creation of the certain region. Then we have to see about the other elements that constitutes or that composed about the attributes of the natural regions. These are the natural vegetation. Natural vegetation is one of the important component of the formation of natural regions. Natural vegetation means any types of the plants or the tree or the scrubs or the shrubs or the bushes or the grasslands that are created by the nature, that are created by the rainfall and the temperature conditions of that area, and which is not being planted by the human beings. Horticulture and the plantation are not the natural vegetation. Natural vegetations means those type of the vegetations and the plants and the tree which is self-exist in the following area or the following region with response to the prevailing weather characteristics in that area. Natural vegetation is the product of the rainfall of that and temperature of the particular region. That's why it is the important component of the natural region. Natural vegetations may be classified in terms of the trees, natural tree like the softwood or the hardwood trees. It may be classified in terms of grasses like the tropical and the temperate grasslands of the world. It may be either in the characteristics of the conifers or the in characteristics of the deciduous, where the forests or the tree shed their leaves into the particular season to cope up with the dryness of the environment and the climate. That's why natural vegetations are the important component of the particular natural region. Then location. Location is another component of the particular natural region. Location means where that natural regions are located over the globe, whether they are located in the higher latitudes like the polar regions of the world, or whether these natural regions are located in the lower latitudes that are the tropical belt of the world, or whether these are located in the particular temperate latitudes of the world. So in terms of the latitudinal effect or the latitudinal locational effect of the region, location is the prime and main as well as the important attributes of the particular natural region. Then there are the another component that may be called as the relief or the landform. Relief and landform means the heightness or the depth, high and the depth of the particular landforms or the particular places over the earth's surface is called as the relief or the landform features. These landform features like the plateau, plain or the mountain are having the different type of the altitude, different type of their configuration, different type of their arrangement over the spaces. That's why they are very much influences and affects to the production of the natural regions of the world. Then there are the another component that is also very important in terms of the natural regions are the soil. Soil is the uppermost top layer which is weathered of the crust is called as the soil. Soil means the uppermost weathered layer of the crust is called as the soil. And different type of soil are found in the different type of natural regions also. That's why soil is the production of the relief, weather, climate, as well as the parent rocks and the processes which are happening over the parent rocks in terms of exogenetic factors that are involved into the production of the soil is the responsible factor of the variations of the different type of the soil in the different type of natural regions. Then we can say these elements, these components together involve with each other in the formation of natural regions. These components are either temperature, because of the insolation variations, the temperature varies over the globe, and that's why the climate and the weather of the particular area of the globe is different to the another area of the globe. There are the certain divisions at a larger scale in terms of the climatic regions. Most of the scholars have also discussed about the climatic regions as a type of the natural regions. But these divisions are the broader divisions of the regions. Just like the climatic regions in terms of the tropical, these are the climatic regions which is located between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. That is located in between the 23.5 degree north latitude, that is known as the Tropic of Cancer, and 23.5 degree south latitude, that is known as the Tropic of Capricorn. Then the area between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is known as tropical region. This tropical region is one of the important region where hot weather conditions is recorded and the temperature is very high. Then the another climatic broader region which has been divided by the scholars in terms of temperate region is the area which is located between the 23.5 degree north as well as 23.5 degree south towards the 66.5 degree north and 66.5 degree south. These areas is known as the temperate region in both the hemisphere. This is the broader classification of the climatic region, and it is started since the Greek period, since the Eratosthenes to the Arab scholars and the later modern scholars of the world also accepted these broader climatic regions or the broader climatic divisions over the Earth's surface. Then this is the temperate region which is between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn and the Arctic and Antarctica circle of the both the hemisphere. Then there are the another climatic division that is known as frigid zone, that is between the 66.5 degree north to the 90 degree north in the North Polar region, as well as it is the same in the South Hemisphere also, where the division is 66.5 degrees south to the South Pole region or the 90 degree South Hemisphere. Then there are the three climatic division, we can say that these are the tropical, that is hot, the temperate, that is moderate temperature. Then there is the frigid zone, which is the polar regions of the world in North and the South Pole. But these broader climatic regions, which is based upon the temperature, may not be taken as generalizations in the formation of region. The influences of continent and larger continental extensions, larger relief variations, and the variations of the another type of the attributes and the components also causes and responsible for the formation of the other different temperature variations or the other different indicators variations within these broader divisions of the climatic regions. Hence the scholars of the modern time or the scholars of the world or the geographers of the world further divided these climatic divisions into the various natural regions on the basis of the other components of the environment, on the basis of the other component of the region. These, if the natural vegetations are different, if the precipitation and amount of rainfall is different, if the soil conditions are different, then we can say that these variations which is there within the broader divisions of the climate, these variations produces the different natural regions over the earth's surface. And most importantly, these natural regions are divided into the various 15 or the 17 natural regions and its division. Among them, we are going to focus upon the various natural regions and its characteristics over the earth's surface. I have already told you that these climatic regions, like the tropical belt of the world, which is located within the tropics, within the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, these are further divided in terms of the vegetation conditions as well as the rainfall and its regime. Tropical division has characterized with the natural vegetations like the savanna, like the selvas, as well as tropical monsoon. Then we can further classify it into the different sections in terms of the grassland or in terms of the grassland or in terms of the evergreen forests. Let us discuss about the various natural regions of the world. In terms of the natural regions of the world, we can follow the latitude and its pattern, how the latitudes determines about the different type of the natural regions of the world. In lower latitudes of the world, there are the natural regions just like the equatorial rainforest. Equatorial rainforest is located in between the latitudes of 10 degree north and 10 degrees south into the certain regions of the world, just like the Southeast Asia, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. These conditions of the equatorial rainforest region is found. It is also located into the South America, that is the Amazon River Basin and the Guyana. These locations are also, these equatorial rainforest is also located in the region of the Congo Basin or the Zaire Basin, that is the same Congo and the Zaire river basins of the world. These equatorial rainforests are termed as the selvas also, or the tropical hardwood forest zone also. These equatorial rainforest is also termed as the tropical evergreen forest also. In the same tropical belt of the world, other latitudes are also found, other regions are also found in terms of the hot desert. Above the savanna and the equatorial rainforest zone, there is another region, natural region, that is known as the hot desert of the world. And we know that hot desert of the world or the tropical hot desert of the world is located in the subtropical high pressure belt areas or the western margins of the continent of the subtropical high pressure belt, that is the harsh latitudinal zone of the world. Savanna is also located in the tropical belt also, and tropical monsoon region is also located into the tropical region itself. Then we can say that the same tropical climatic regions are further subdivided into equatorial rainforest zone first, into savanna second. It is there in terms of the hot desert. It is there in terms of tropical monsoon. So we can say that same tropical region has the different type of natural regions also. In the same way, in the north, pole and the south pole. The ice cap locations are there. That is the tundra rainforest, tundra vegetation zone is there. Tundra natural regions is there in both the hemisphere. In the same polar regions or the subpolar regions, the ice cap conditions or permanent frozen conditions are there. That is the another type of natural regions. In the temperate zone, there are the certain natural regions that is classified in terms of coniferous zone, in terms of the West European type of natural regions, in terms of the Laurentian natural regions also. Hence, there are another type of climatic regions that is known as subtropical climatic regions. In subtropical climatic regions, there are many types of the other natural regions also in terms of the West European type of the natural regions. Steppe type of natural regions that is also classified in terms of the grassland, your tropical grasslands region. There are the temperate monsoon belt also, and there is the Mediterranean type of the climatic division, Mediterranean type of the natural divisions or the natural regions in the same subtropical latitudes of the world. But these type of the variations within the tropics, within the subtropical region and within the polar regions produced the different type of the natural regions of the world. In terms of 15 to 17 natural regions are there over the earth's surface. Then these natural regions are having the different type of characteristics in terms of their internal locations as well as in terms of their natural vegetation, in terms of their soil conditions, topographic conditions, in terms of rainfall regime or the precipitation are there. These varying conditions produced a different type of the animal as well as the plant and human activities also. But there are the certain generalizations. If the rainfall is very high, humidity is very high, as well as the temperature is very high, then we can say that these are the tropical rainforest region also. But these type of the high rainfall, high humidity, high temperature may be recorded into the various part of the continent of the world. But because of that similarities, we can generalize this type of the locations into the particular singular natural region, that is the equatorial rainforest region. It means that I wanted to say that if the conditions are similar in terms of temperature, pressure, rainfall, humidity, wind velocity, and it is these similar conditions are allocated into the different part of the world, then they are grouped into the particular singular natural region. जैसे मैंने कहा कि इक्वेटोरियल रेन फॉरेस्ट का जो रीजन है वो 10 डिग्री नॉर्थ और 10 डिग्री साउथ ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में वितरित है, बट ये अफ्रीका में भी मिलता है, जैसे अफ्रीका के कांगो बेसिन में भी, साउथ अमेरिका में भी है, अमेजन बेसिन में भी इस तरह के कंडीशंस पाए जाते हैं, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में भी, जैसे मलेशिया है, आपके इंडोनेशिया है या फिलीपींस है, तो अगर यहाँ पे भी इस तरह के कंडीशंस, हाई ह्यूमिडिटी, हाई रेनफॉल and as well as the high vegetation, highly dense vegetations are there, selvas are there, then we can say that these are the belongingness of the same region that is known as equatorial rainforest region. In the same way, if there is the certain conditions within the Mediterranean climate having it is a type of a region, but it is scattered in the different part of the globe. जैसे कैलिफोर्निया में भी मेडिटेरेनियन टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट के वेजिटेशन मिलते हैं या क्लाइमेट मिलता है, जहाँ पे जाड़े में वर्षा होती है, जहाँ पे आपके जो है वर्षा जाड़े में है और समर जो है ड्राई होता है, जनरली वहाँ वर्षा ही नहीं होती समर में, या जहाँ सिट्रस फ्रूट्स पाए जाते हैं, जैसे डिफरेंट तरह के ऑरेंज के अलावा आपके ग्रेप्स, बार्ली, जैतून या ओलिव या इस तरह के वाइन या वाइन इंडस्ट्री जहाँ पे डेवलप, तो दीज आर द डिफरेंट एरियाज of the world but having the same type of the climatic conditions, then we can say that they belong to the same and equal natural region, that is Mediterranean type of region. In the same way, in the temperate belt, there are the grasslands, temperate grasslands of the world. These grasslands are the different type of vegetations, but that grasslands are found in the different part of the world also, including Australia, जहाँ पे मेडिटेरेनियन क्लाइमेट भी है, जहाँ पे ग्रासलैंड्स भी हैं. तो ग्रासलैंड्स वेयर व्हेन इट इज लोकेटेड इनटू द टेम्परेट बेल्ट, देन वी कैन से दैट जैसे अफ्रीका में भी ग्रासलैंड है, साउथ अफ्रीका में भी, अगर सेम जैसे ग्रासेस, एक ही तरह के ग्रासेस आपके अलग अलग कॉन्टिनेंट में अगर मिलते हो, लेकिन उनको एक ही रीजन में, नेचुरल रीजन में क्लब किया गया है, उनको हम कह सकते हैं कि ये एक ही नेचुरल रीजन, वो टेम्परेट ग्रासलैंड के नेचुरल रीजन्स में है. उसी तरह से ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड्स के लोकेशंस हैं. अगर ट्रॉपिकल बेल्ट में अलग अलग कॉन्टिनेंट और आइलैंड्स पे एक ही तरह के ग्रासेस और एक ही तरह के वेदर कंडीशंस हो, जहाँ पे टेम्परेचर, रेनफॉल, ह्यूमिडिटी एक ही जैसे हो, तो हम कह सकते हैं कि वो एक ही ग्रासलैंड नेचुरल रीजन के हैं और वो ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड के हैं. ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड उनका एक डिवीजन है नेचुरल डिवीजन्स का, वो उसी के बिलोंग करते हैं, उसी फैमिली से, उसी नेचुरल रीजन से बिलोंग करते हैं, तो वो एक कैटेगरी में आ गए. उसी तरीके से आपके अगर दूसरे हम क्लाइमेटिक डिवीजन्स को भी देखें, जैसे कि आपके द डिवीजन्स हॉट डेजर्ट, that is the important natural regions of the world. These hot deserts are located into the tropical belt mostly, and they are located into the subtropical high pressure belt area where the wind moves from upper towards the lower ground. There is the descending of the air from above, and that causes for the atmospheric stability, and rainfall does not occur, because for the rainfall we need the wind should be moves in upward directions, and the condensation should take place above the site when the dew point reaches and the condensation happens and the amount of rainfall occurs. But when wind moves from above towards the lower side, towards the bottom, towards the below, then there is the compression of air, and because of the compression of the air, the atmospheric density however increased, but the atmospheric pressure also increased and the heat also increased, and that is known as dry adiabatic increase of the dry adiabatic rate of the heating. Because of the volume changes and contraction of the air, the heat increase, and that causes for the atmospheric stability, and rainfall does not occur into that region, and that causes for the production of the hot desert of the world. And but these hot deserts are not only there in the Sahara. These hot deserts are also there in Australia, in the Californian desert, in the south, in the Atacama region also, or that is there in the South America. Hot desert is also there in Africa, in the Sahara region, Africa, in the Australia also, but they are grouped into the particular region that is known as the hot desert region of the world. That is the type of the natural region of the world. Then where the aridity is the important characteristics and low rainfall is the important characteristics, then we can say that these natural regions of the world are grouped into the different type of the and named out and pointed out into the different name. जैसे मैंने कहा कि इक्वेटोरियल रेन फॉरेस्ट को आप कह सकते हैं कि एवरग्रीन रेन फॉरेस्ट जोन, और यू कैन आल्सो से दैट सेल्वास. सेल्वास मीन्स, सेल्वा एक पोर्चुगीज वर्ड है जिसका मतलब है आपका वेजिटेशन. देन वी कैन से दैट जिसका मतलब है आपका फॉरेस्ट. सेल्वास का मतलब फॉरेस्ट, एक पोर्चुगीज वर्ड. उसी तरीके से आपका जो है इसका अलग नाम भी है, जैसे ट्रॉपिकल हार्डवुड फॉरेस्ट जोन आल्सो, इक्वेटोरियल रेन फॉरेस्ट जोन आल्सो, as well as you can also say that evergreen rainforest zone also, or the selvas also. तो one natural region can be named out into the different bases. जैसे इक्वेटोरियल रेन फॉरेस्ट को वेजिटेशन के बेस पे हमने जो है डिटरमाइन किया। उसी तरीके से जो ग्रासलैंड्स रीजन्स हैं वर्ल्ड के, जैसे ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड्स को हम नाम दे सकते हैं सवाना रीजन। सवाना एक वेजिटेशन जोन है, उनके नाम पे भी उस नेचुरल रीजन का नाम पड़ सकता है। क्लाइमेट के नाम पे भी, जैसे मेडिटेरेनियन टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट, जहाँ पे विंटर में रेनफॉल होता है, जहाँ पे सिट्रस फ्रूट्स ज़्यादातर पाए जाते हैं, तो इस तरह के क्लाइमेट के नाम पे भी नेचुरल रीजन पड़ सकता है। जैसे कि आपका सूडान टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट, सवाना का नाम है, सूडान टाइप ऑफ क्लाइमेट भी कह सकते हैं। तो उसी तरीके से अलग अलग रीजन्स का, नेचुरल रीजन्स का अलग अलग नामकरण है, और उसके बुनियाद जो है या तो नेचुरल वेजिटेशन भी हो सकता है, या वहाँ का प्लांट या वहाँ का इम्पॉर्टेंट क्लाइमेट टाइप पे भी हो सकता है, और लोकेशन पे भी हो सकता है। जैसे इक्वेटोरियल रेन फॉरेस्ट, इक्वेटर की बुनियाद पे इसका नाम है। सेल्वास का नाम भी आपके इक्वेटोरियल रेन फॉरेस्ट का है। हार्डवुड का नाम भी, हार्डवुड फॉरेस्ट भी वहाँ पे है, ट्रॉपिकल हार्डवुड फॉरेस्ट जोन। So we can say that these are named out on the various basis also. Then we will discuss about the each climatic regions, each natural regions and its characteristics into the detail. And let us start with the discussions of the equatorial rainforest region. Equatorial rainforest region, that is the important natural regions of the world, and we know that the natural regions are the formal regions of the world. As the world is characterized by the different type of the natural regions, and each part of the world are there into the different natural regions, we have to discuss each one into the detail. That's why the equatorial rainforest region is being characterized in terms of its location, in terms of their natural vegetation, in terms of their places, the geographical places where the equatorial rainforest is there, and what are the various characteristics of it. First, let us start with the term selvas or the equatorial rainforest zone. Equatorial rainforest is located in the latitude of 10 degree north and 10 degrees south hemisphere. It is located into both the hemisphere. Latitudinal extension is about 10 degree north to 10 degrees south from the equator. Why this climate or this type of region is termed as equatorial rainforest region? Because this climatic region or this region is located into the zone of equator, and we know that the equator is the 0 degree latitude which is drawn in the middle part of the earth, and that divides the whole earth into the two equal half. That's why from equator towards the 10 degree north and 10 degree south, this type of climate is located. The important characteristics of this type of climate is its hotness and the rainfall occurrences. This is one of the important hot regions of the world, where the insolation is very high as well as the temperature is also very high. This region characterized with the hotness as well as with the highly humid areas of the world. Why this region is very hot? Because this is the region where the sun shines vertically overhead at most part of the year, or you can say that at whole part of the year. यहाँ पे सूरज की रोशनी हमेशा सीधे पड़ती है, और यही वजह है कि इस एरिया में इंसोलेशन बहुत ज़्यादा रिसीव होता है. इंसोलेशन मीन्स the incoming solar radiation that is received by the earth is known as insolation. Because of the vertical solar radiation, this equatorial region received high level of the solar energy, and that causes to warm up to the air which is above the ground, way above the surface, and that causes for the vertical movement of air, because of it is provided and heated by high level of the energy from the ground, from the long wave terrestrial radiation, and that provides the energy to the air, and air moves in vertical directions directly, and there is very low density of air above the earth's surface, and because of the low density of the air above the earth's surface, this region is characterized with the low air pressure belt. There is the very low pressure belt is located, atmospheric pressure is low, and air density is also low in this region. But the temperature in the region is very high, and generally it varies from the 27 to 35 degrees Celsius in whole part of the year. The important characteristics of this region is this region does not experience any winter season. There is a single season, and that is summer. And this uniformity of the season and the whole the part of the year are having the same type of the season, and this region does not experience about the variety of the season, and the daily temperature is about 27 to 35 degrees Celsius, as well as this region experience the daily rainfall after 2 to 4 p.m. This region experience the daily rainfall, and rainfall is very high, and which varies from the 200 to 300 centimeter in most of the part of the year. Daily rainfall is recorded when the ground is heated more, and when the convectional air moves above, and it causes for the lightening of the air, and when the air becomes lighter and it moves upward directions, and it cools down, and further condensation takes place, and that causes for the huge downpour of the rainfall. That's why the maximum rainfall occurs in that region. This is the one of the most humid part of the earth's surface. This region is one of the most humid part of the earth's surface, because the relative humidity is more than 70 to 80% daily, and the convectional type of rainfall occurred. This region experienced the convectional type of rainfall, where the cumulonimbus clouds are formed, and the thunder and storm, huge thunder and storm is characterized in the rainfall and the cumulonimbus clouds, and in the cumulonimbus clouds causes for the huge downpour of the rainfall. That's why there is always the cloud coverage. The cloudiness is important characteristics of this region. That's why this region is hot and humid also. But the temperature is so not high that human cannot survive. But the human is living. Human beings are living. It does not mean that the man cannot survive in the region. Man survive in the region because the cloudiness provides a certain kind of the calmness and as well as and cool conditions in the certain aspects. The coastal belt of equatorial regions experience the moderate type of the temperature because of the oceanic influences. Because of the oceanic influences, insular influences, the climate is somehow moderate in the areas which are near to the coast. But this type of the huge rainfall causes for the highly dense vegetations of this region. This region is characterized with one of the important densest forest region of the world. Like the equatorial rainforest is one of the important densest forest zone of the world. That's why these are called as lungs of the world. These equatorial rainforest, that is called selvas in Portuguese, is called as the lungs of the world. It provides a huge oxygen resources and forest resources of the world. This equatorial rainforest is one of the important biodiversity zone of the world. World's most biodiversity is found in this location that is known as equatorial rainforest zone. Where these equatorial rainforests are found? What is the various locations where this equatorial rainforest zone, selvage zone are found. The region of the distributions of these selvas are Africa. In Africa, the Congo Basin, Zaire River Basin or Congo River Basin is the important area of the equatorial rainforest zone. Then in the South America, the Amazon River Basin in Brazil, Uruguay. Amazon River Basin is the important area in South America. In Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore also, and somehow the Philippines also, these areas are found. These areas are found into the equatorial rainforest zone. Another important characteristics of this vegetation, natural vegetations are, these natural vegetations, because of their evergreen conditions, the time and period of shedding of their leaves are not same. There are no any seasonal conditions of the shedding of the leaves by the plants and the trees of the equatorial rainforest. That's why equatorial rainforest is the evergreen rainforest zone of the world, because there is no any fixed time when the leaves shedding is recorded. These equatorial rainforest zone are having the longest type of the tree also. Most of the tree are above the height of 45 meter. What does it mean? Because of the density and plants canopy is very rich. There is the rich plants canopy. That's why the sun shines are only limited to the above part of the plant canopy, and सूरज की रोशनी नीचे नहीं जा पाती. यही वजह है कि बहुत घने पेड़ पौधे होने के बाद भी वहां पे there are the layering of the plants, layering of the tree. Trees compete with each other to receive the solar radiations. That's why there are the multi-layer arrangement of the trees in the equatorial rainforest zone. And this multi-layer trees allocations are because of the competition, mutual competition of the tree to get the solar energy for their growth. And that's why height varies. There are less grasslands in the bottom of the equatorial rainforest region. Grasses are not there. That's why the creepers are there, and the lianas like the parasite and epiphytes are there. Lianas are there, which are the parasite of the different long tree, that are known as the lianas. There are the areas. That's why even because of the huge density of the rainforest, and because of that hardwood conditions, it cannot be exploited in terms of commercial utilization. The allocations of the trees are varied. 200 मीटर के एरिया में, 200 स्क्वायर मीटर के एरिया में, we can find more than 200 types of the tree and the species of the plants and the trees. That's why we cannot commercially utilize these forest resources. However, these forest resources are the abode and the places of the different kind of the animals also. And most of the animals of this region lives in the tree. The ground based animals are low, but they have adapted to live and survive in the tree, in the canopy and the plants and the branches of the tree. Like the monkey, chimpanzee are there, iguanas are there, the lizard are there, as well as the different type of the animals. Native animals are there in terms of apes, or sloths, or flying foxes are there, and tree frogs are there. मेढक ऐसे हैं जो पेड़ पे रहते हैं. कुछ ऐसे फ्लाइंग स्क्वायरल्स है, कुछ गिलहरियां हैं जो उड़ती हुई रहती हैं हमेशा. कुछ ऐसे इगुनास हैं, फ्लाइंग लेमर्स हैं. तो ये चिंपैंजी हैं, या अनाकोंडा का नाम भी सुना होगा आप लोगों ने. या ये सब पेड़ पे रहते हैं या पेड़ के ऊपर चिपके हुए रहते हैं, और जनरली दे एडाप्टेड टू देमसेल्व्स इनटू दैट टाइप ऑफ लिविंग कंडीशन. environmental condition. In the same way, there various types of the natural vegetation is there, जैसे mahogany, ebony, as well as the selvas are also classified into the different type of the species in terms of the rosewood, green heart, in terms of the cinchona, as well as the rubber. The Amazon river basin is the zone of the wild rubber also. This is the important zone of the rubber. These type of the cinchona, rubber, ebony, rosewood, mahogany, these are the important type of the vegetation. And these vegetations are very important. They provide the places to be sustained and evolved over there of the life of that areas also. So sometimes the coconut and the palms are there. Coconut and the palms near the coast, like the Guinea coast, have experienced about the coconut and the palms isles also. Then we have to see about the diurnal range of the temperature, because this zone has the no season is there. I have said that there is the one season, that is the summer. That's why diurnal range of temperature is low, as well as the annual range of temperature is low, that is 2 degrees Celsius only. In that conditions, the tree, plants and all the natural vegetations adapted to themselves and in due response to that weather conditions. And the human activities is one of the important component of the natural vegetations. And human activities, that is, the humans are different with the other animals also. And most of the tribes are located into the equatorial rainforest zone of this region. These tribes are generally divided in terms of the tribes of Africa, America, Malaysia, Indonesia. These tribal populations are very important in terms of their adaptation, in terms of their living. That is the symbiosis and symbiotic relationship of their in terms of their economic activities and in terms of their natural regions. जैसे कुछ ऐसे ट्राइब हैं, मैंने कहा पिग्मीज आर देयर. Pygmy is one of the important tribe of the Congo basin of Africa, and pygmy and the height of pygmies are very lower, and even the male of the pygmies are only having the height of 140 centimeter tall, and the female are also very lower in compared to the male. That's why they are very dwarf, and they are negrito in terms of their race. Negroes are in terms of their race. They are involved into the hunting and food gathering as their major economic activities, and they live in the tree itself. They are located into the Congo basin of Africa. There are the tribes like the Simang, which are located in the Malaysia, and they are also the food gatherers. They collect the rubbers, they collect the roots as well as the fruits of the forest, and they are survived over these type of the natural resources which are located in the forest zone of the Malaysia, evergreen forest zone of the Malaysia. Then there are the tribes that is known as the Bodo or the Red Indians in the Amazon rainforest in the Brazil. The Bodo or the Red Indians are located in the Amazonian rainforest. And the world's most threatened tribes like the Awa tribe is also located into the Amazon rainforest that is there in the Brazil. So these type of the tribal economic activities, like the primitive economic activities, are found in the equatorial rainforest zone, and most of them are adapted to the natural conditions of their respective regions. That is the natural region of the equatorial rainforest. And let us we will discuss in the next video about the other human and social aspects of the life of the individuals in the equatorial rainforest zone and the other natural regions also. Thank you so much, and we will share more video over the natural regions and the other natural regions of the world. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.